Hello, good afternoon for joining with us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Dr. Gatot. It's
Okay,
just I cannot see you at the moment.
wait a minute.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Can you
Sorry.
hear me? Okay,
Yeah,
because I
you're
just
audible.
click but the link and then I cannot join with you.
I'm
But
so
now,
sorry. There must be some problem with the link. We're very sorry for that, Dr.
yeah,
Gatot.
okay. That's why I asked Paamang too. "Hey, what happened with this?" Okay, now I'm joined
We're
already.
very sorry for that, sir. Okay. Nice to see you again, Dr. Gatot.
Okay.
How are
Good,
you?
yes. Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine
Everything's
too, thank
okay
you.
in
Everything
Surabaya?
is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you, Dr. Gatot. Shall
Yes.
we start the webinar?
Okay, depend on you. I just
Okay,
follow your direction.
sure. Thank you, Pak Gatot. Nisa, you may start the webinar, please. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. So we apologize for the delay in starting today's webinar. So we appreciate you guys taking time to your busy schedule to join us today for the international webinar, Research and Activities in Diversity and Finding Out Career Opportunities in Asia for a Better Future. First of all, let's thank God the Almighty who giving us the mercy and blessing until we can attend this event without any obstacles and also this happy time. So all of the participants, as we are about to begin, allow me to inform you the ground rules of our webinar today. So first, during the webinar, participants must obey all the rules, and then during the session, the microphone will be muted by the host. So please do not unmute. And if you have any question, feel free to type question at the public chat. So it will be read by the moderator and will be answered by the speaker on Q&A session after the presentation session is finished. And also the e-certificate will be automatically sent to your email after filling out the exit ticket at the end of the webinar today. So next, I'm going to show you about our webinar schedule. So the webinar, it should be started at 3 p.m. in Western Indonesia time, and then now we are going to opening remarks, and then we will have a presentation by Dr. Gatot Priowirjanto for 60 minutes and continued by the presentation from Professor Nobuo Funabiki, Ph.D., also for 60 minutes. And there will be a question and answer session for 30 minutes. So I remind you again, if you have any question, feel free to type your question at the public chat. And there will be a closing marks that will be a e-certificate validation from announcement. And we will end this webinar with virtual group photos. So now I would like to extend our warmest greetings to our special guests. We have Dr. Gatot Priowirjanto as the 7th SEAMEO Center Coordinator as the keynote speaker today. And also we have Professor Nobuo Funabiki, Ph.D. from Department of Electrical and Communication Engineering of Okayama University, Japan. And also I would like to say welcome to Mr. Amang Sudarsono, PhD, as the head of PEN's International Cooperation Office, and Mrs. Dias Agatha, SS, MPD, as our moderator in this webinar today. So now, guys, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Nisa from PEN's International Cooperation Office, and I will be with you guys until the end of this webinar today. So in this event, we can explore more about the research activities, and also we can find out about our career opportunities in Asia, especially all of you who will be a fresh graduate in this year. So let's together we find out and absorb all of the information that will be explained by all of the speakers today. And all right, for the next sessions, which is a presentation by all the speakers, will be moderated by Mrs. Dias Agatha, SS MPD from Department of Informatics and Computer Engineering, Politeknik Elektronika Negeri Surabaya. Mrs. Dias.
Hello, Nisa.
Okay, Mrs. Diaz, time is yours.
Thank you, Nisa. Okay, this is a pleasure for me. This gentlemen, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, opportunity, we're going to have two speakers from Indonesia and also from Japan. As the first speaker, we're going to have Dr. Gatot Hari Priowirjanto. He graduated from ITS, bachelor degree, major in mining, and then graduated from Aachen. Hopefully my pronunciation is correct, sir. Germany,
Okay.
master degree, major in hydro. Is it correct, sir?
Yes, correct. I'm from ITB, not
Okay.
ITS.
Oh, ITB, sorry. Yeah, for the bachelor degree, graduated from Institut Teknologi Bandung, Indonesia, major in mining. Apologies for that, sir. And then for the master degree, graduated from Aachen University, Germany, major in hydrogeology, geology, and then for doctoral degree, major in hydrogeology. And at the moment, Dr. Gatot served as the Director of Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Secretariat, Bangkok, Thailand, and then member of SEAMEO College Development Team, Head of Expert Team of Community College for Ministry of Education and Culture Indonesia, Head of Team Debt Swap Program between Indonesia and Italy, and then Coordinator of Indonesia-German Scholarship Program, and the instructor, staff, and researcher, Faculty of Mining, Institute Technology Bandung, Indonesia. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dr. Gatot Hari Priowirjanto. Good afternoon, Dr. Gatot.
Okay, good afternoon, Diaz. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Can I start it now, or I have to wait something?
Sure, Dr. Gatot.
Okay.
How about the material? Will you going to share it from you or from our
Okay, I
host?
try to share from my side first. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, you can. Okay, this is okay. This
it's
side.
okay. Okay.
Okay, this is from your side.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
just little correction. I just forgot to send to Pak Amang about my latest situation. Now, yeah, I was in Bangkok until 2019, and 2019 until now, just us Indonesian SEAMEO Center coordinator. And then now we have a cooperation with PENS, Politeknik Elektronika Negeri Surabaya, to expand the open and distance learning special for Diploma 3 in Indonesia and also in Southeast Asia, and we just open in Japan, for example. But we try to explore another possibility. Okay, I just mix the program because I know the audience combined from Indonesia and Southeast Asia. We do hope. Next, please. And then why we have around 26 center in Southeast Asia. So there is a network that we have in Southeast Asia that all our alumni can use this center as point, or we can connect with them to have a partner in 11 country, for example. But now we are trying to focus in Thailand, Vietnam, and Philippines because of the pandemic. This is difficult for from every country to receive the student come to their country, for example. That's why we try to strengthen the cooperation between 26 center to 7 center in Indonesia to work close together to prepare, so we call content cooperation, content collaboration, for example. And then this is situation in Southeast Asia now, because it's not so easy to go to Thailand now, or to Philippines, or to Vietnam because of the pandemic. Although, but maybe there is good news that you can go to Singapore with one condition, something like that. The situation is different now. Next, please. And then just to remind us that this is the SEAMEO is a Southeast Asia Minister Education Organization. That means all the 11 Minister of Education in Southeast Asia work close together how to strengthen the cooperation between 11 countries. And then we do hope be a leading organization to enhancing regional understanding and cooperation in education, science, and culture, better quality in the Southeast Asia. You know, that's the program itself, for example, that we try to improve the quality, to improve the cooperation, to improve the lecturer and also the student to know each other, to prepare Southeast Asia nation, something like that. But like Indonesia now, you can see between Papua or between Manado, so easy to come to Jakarta, Jakarta to Medan, Medan come to easier to Makassar without passport, for example. But we do hope someday in 11 country like that, so easy like Indonesia, because through education, we are lucky because our founder already prepared since 65 how to prepare Southeast Asia as a big country, and then as a good family across Southeast Asia. So you can prepare it together for the young generation, special the future. Next, please. And then next, we have 7 priority. Just to remind us, special for the vocational education. Also, Tibet. Next, please. We prepare number 4, promoting technical and vocational education and training Tibet among learner and their parent. Then we try to push all the, if possible, to push the student to go to polytechnic, vocational school, because the industry need skilled worker, the alumni or worker who know exactly what happened with the technology, how to prepare them to be a good engineer or assistant engineer, because the industry need the best engineer to run their industry, for example. And we know exactly what happened now with the industry 4.0. The technology moving so fast, and then we have to learn faster and faster than before. And then also the important things for us, for the PENS, for example, adapting the truly 21st century curriculum. That means you know about the curriculum Merdeka Belajar, Kampus Merdeka. Now is we do hope in line with the 7 priority of 11 country. Because with the Merdeka Belajar, Kampus Merdeka, you have to think, or our board of director of the Polytechnic have to think, can we send 1 semester, 2 semester, not only to industry in Indonesia, but also in Southeast Asia. Like I mentioned before, 26 center. So the potential is there. If you come there, and then how we can prepare it together between you and your institution, and then the other institution in Thailand or in Vietnam or in Philippines. Although now it's difficult because of pandemic, but we have to prepare our young generation who can speak English well, fluent, and they have to learn and to prepare how to say no if the student or the worker cannot understand what the boss say something, for example, because this is a habit, new habit, that we have to compete between Vietnamese or between Thailandese or the other alumni engineer also, who try to get a work place or another opportunity to another country, for example. Next, please. Now, so this is we try to prepare it together. So the CTFET, the Southeast Asia Technical Vocational Education and Training. This is the mandate of the SEAMEO to run this program, how to communicate between TVET institution, policymaker, all the director understand between under director also, and the private sector, industrial sector, because I met a lot of people from PENS now work in Thailand. We have to use them, we have to ask them to connect to our polytechnic alumni or polytechnic lecturer how to have a good opportunity to work in Thailand, for example. And then maybe you know more than 200,000 Filipino teacher work in Thailand as teacher. Can we prepare also 10,000 someday? We have to achieve this. The engineer from PENS have to work across Southeast Asia. We have to start from now as fast as possible, as flexible with collaboration between PENS and college in Thailand and university in Vietnam and college also in Philippines. And now just we prepare also to Japan in the future, for example. And then please things increasingly the student exchange. For example, now we have to prepare something like that, sit in classroom program, internship exchange in industry, but in Southeast Asia. I know 3-4 years ago that we prepared together with Pak Amang, there is program in Surabaya, but we want to increase the number of students from PENS go abroad. Thanks Southeast Asia as your battleground to get a good chance and a good possibility to be a worker over there. Next, please. And we just start the Polytechnic Network was in 2016, and there is a cooperation among them already. 2017, we try to run this program. And then next, please. I want to see. You can see the second SEAMEO meeting is in Chiang Mai. The important things, the third, is in Surabaya in PENS. There is number of student exchange around 233, and then increase from 2018 until now, but stop in 2020 because of pandemic. Until now, 20 and 21 is now stopped. But let me increase the cooperation between Polytechnic Electronica Surabaya and all the partner in Southeast Asia through the cooperation. That means we do hope maybe 1 or 2 or 3 course from your side you offer to another polytechnic and you invite them as a lecturer also to your student to increase the capability and the capacity of the student, how to speak English, how to prepare, how to discuss, how to debate about the electronic knowledge or skill, for example, and to understand each other between Indonesia and Thailand, especially in the engineering, electronica, or telecommunication, or IT, for example. Let me start not only the webinar that we already run between, but let me discuss with them. Can we have a 1 semester program from Tarlac, for example, or from Thailand or from Philippines? We don't discuss about the quality, but the important things how to collaborate and communication among this group in Philippines with your group in Thailand, your group also in PENS, but in 1 semester, not only one webinar only, because we did already the program and we agree. I remember it was in your 6th floor. I'm not remember. I'm not sure because we sit together 3-4 country and then plan something in the IT, agriculture, and economy, for example. You know each other, but sometimes we lack of how to run the program, how to communicate with them, for example. And then now you can see the number of the student exchange every year increase and stop in 2020, 2021. But things about the 22 next year, we have to prepare students who want to go to Southeast Asia. We have to prepare, so we call international office. I know from Mr. Amang, that's Mr. Ali, that you prepare for next year. Okay, but can we start next semester small group who get a lecture from Philippines, from Thailand, from other polytechnic that you already agree and sign MOU, for example. Small group, and then later on next year we prepare for special class international who can join this program is from 11 country, but online. This is the first step that we can prepare together with our. We just start with the SEAMEO in PENS next semester. We invite also our alumni from German and from USA to teach our joint program SEAMEO and PEN, especially in IT. We just want to have latest information from Europe and from USA. What is the latest technology in special case, for example, in data science, for example, because I have the potential of data science is very big in USA. But the important thing is how to speak in English is the foundation. Fluent in English is the foundation. Because I heard that PENS open a new program study about data science. That's good. But it's better if data science in English that we think about that. We know that with Amazon or AWS program and Python and something like this. Next, please, Mbak. Next. Nah, this is why we have to go to outside. I just combine between my presentation in Thailand and also Indonesia just to discuss with you how we. This is alumni from PENS now work in Semarang because he was also in my office in Bangkok. There is all the intern. Can you imagine? More than 8 students come from Myanmar, Thailand, Indonesia, Hong Kong, and other country come together and sit together in 2-3 room and they discuss together. They know each other among. So and then why they have to come there and then to increase the so we call communication among them, to understanding among them, and then become a partner. One day after 5-10 years he become something bureaucrat or industry who need help from other friend. This is how we try to prepare them. Why it is very important. I just encourage you, maybe 25% of your students in PENS have to go abroad in the future. We have to achieve this number, for example, because PENS is the best polytechnic now in Indonesia, but we have to push polytechnic, regional polytechnic in Southeast Asia. So from Cambodia, Vietnam, and then also from other country in Southeast Asia can learn electronica skill, IT skill in Surabaya, for example, later on. Or maybe we can start a small group. You have student in Cambodia and Philippines and Thailand, and your student also us student from Thai college or Vietnam college or Philippine college. Just a start vice versa or reciprocal program that we can prepare together. Use SEAMEO network, SEAMEO activity, and SEAMEO program and partner as your partner shortly and doable, for example. Next, please. Next. So you can see this. So this is Indonesian. So why this have to go to increase to work close in the industry? For example, we send to Cambodia 3, 4, 5 group 4 years from Paris University Polytechnic from Indonesia to work close together with the Polytechnic of Cambodia. Now there is 3 or 4 or 5 Indonesian alumni who have double degree now work in Cambodia. So this is the way we try to penetrate, to understand the culture, to see the opportunity, to know the culture in Cambodia, for example, and now he become a worker over there. So this is the way we try to penetrate Southeast Asia to disseminate our students in Southeast Asia through the cooperation between Polytechnic Negeri Surabaya and Polytechnic Cambodia and Polytechnic in Thailand and Polytechnic also in Vietnam, for example. And then to develop the connectivity between your staff, your board of director, and all the network in Southeast Asia. Next, please. And now, next, please. And then the next that you want to see is also sometimes we know the Indonesian students shy to talk with the other people, for example. And then this is opportunity that they can increase the capability to speak English, because in the future, the industry not us about the score of mathematics, no. Score of the electronica, no. What you have done, yes, only what you have done. Please tell us clearly, step by step, what you have done. And then there's a way we try to prepare our students, so we use the storytelling in Bahasa Indonesia, and later on storytelling in English, for example, to explain what they did already. For example, every semester, if we can prepare our student can speak fluent in English, just put 1-2 credit each semester. So we call, what do you call this? As additional skill. This, I think, become a good opportunity before the student can go in the 5th semester, 6th semester to Bangkok, to Thailand, or there is a lot of colleges over there, and also to Vietnam, to Cambodia, because we have to prepare 22, year of 22 from now. And then there is two possibility through join content online and prepare our student to go over there for 1 year to understand what happened in Philippines, what happened in Singapore, for example. This is the program from our student who come to Thailand. This is the picture from Thailand, from Indonesian side. Can you imagine? There is a lot of student from IKIP, a lot of IKIP from Bandung, from they went to Bangkok. There is Indonesian school over there. Singapore, Malaysia, Bangkok, Tokyo, for example. There is a place that the student can go there to teach the student over there, and to understanding the culture, the country, and understanding and prepare the student also. This is a program that we have to run together. Not only things in Indonesia or in Surabaya or Batam or Singapore or Jakarta, although the demand is there. But we have to think also 10-25% of students in the future from Japan have to go beyond Indonesia. This is the homework from the Pak Amang and the team, Pak Ali and the team, how we can increase the quality and spend and send and distribute our students to go beyond Indonesia. Not we are nationalists, we are not nationalists only, but we have to prepare our young generation as a bridge between two countries, for example. Next, please. And then next. And then let me see what happened in the future, for example. I did already. So I just asked for me and then to all student and then board of director. Where are you going to? So this, I told you before, we have network 14 school across across the world that you can easily go there, because there is a sekolah Indonesia luar negeri. You can see in Southeast Asia, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Kinabalu, Davao, Tokyo. And then you teach IT, you teach something, and then recognize us one semester, same with credit, 20 credit, for example. Let me start. Don't think that oh, the student have to finish this subject until no, forget it. Now they can learn everywhere, and they can make correction among their student, and they get a new technology, new network they can get from internet and from the partner, for example. So please push as much as possible your student go this point, for example, because it's different later on. Because he become something. This is one place that we can prepare it together for one semester, fine. Because the cost in Bangkok and then the cost in Surabaya is same lah. Maybe 1.2 time from Surabaya, but the experience to see another country, to see another language, to see another possibility is different. Because better let me send one semester or 1 year, one 3 semester go beyond Indonesia, for example. And then another things that I mentioned before, let me prepare now joint content between Polytechnic Malaysia, Polytechnic Indonesia, Polytechnic Thailand. Let me start with three countries. Start with 2-3 polytechnic together, and later on we can expand another 3 or 4, or maybe because there is a lot of alumni from Japan, you can start with Japan also. But Japan sometimes is very expensive if we send student over there, if there is no sponsor or the parent of the student very rich. But if you go to Cambodia and Thailand and Malaysia, for example, the living cost over there is similar with Indonesia, depend on the level of the living cost. And then also that we try to prepare, so we just prepare for networking, open distance learning, Southeast Asia through this program. Now we got already in Japan, we just prepare open distance learning in Korea, just we negotiate, and then we just prepare also in Kuala Lumpur together with SELN. We want to ask the worker, Indonesian worker in Malaysia, to join the Polytechnic Surabaya and then Kinabalu and also Davao, for example, as network easily to run and to prepare this year, for example. So we have later on we have sub campus network in 3, 4, 5 countries that we can prepare our network, that we can send our student over there because we are a family with the school, for example. We have a network with the school, for example. Next, please. Man, berikutnya Mbak, Mas. And then, do you ready to? Are you ready to open special information class, for example? And then mundur dikit Mbak, mundur jangan yang satu lagi. Saya masih belum selesai. Yeah. So can we work close together to promote, to receive the student from Southeast Asia to come to Surabaya or to join the international school online? This is that we have to explore this possibility. When we start this year, if possible, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students for the beginnings, it's okay. And later on we can expand 5 to become 10, 10 become 20, and so on. But the important thing, we have point that we know the student, the lecturer in Malaysia. We have a point, contact point in Thailand. Maybe one in Bangkok, and the next year in Phuket, and the other years in Suratani. In coming 5 years, you will have 5 polytechnic from Thailand to work close together with you. This is another strategy that we want to prepare our network, to prepare our student to go abroad, use our network in the future. We have to think differently and faster, because now the mobility stop in 2 years, but the content mobility maybe we can make faster. But next year, if everything's gone, we can send as much as possible our students go abroad and prepare young generation, regional young generation come from PEN, for example. Joint research between 2-3 university or polytechnic in joint publication is possible. Let me do it together. And you did already, because you are the best in Indonesia. But prepare, you have a course together with college in Thailand, the student who work in Toyota Thailand, for example. Because a lot of Indonesian worker from Toyota Indonesia now move to Thailand, become a manager over there. Let me use the network manager over there to be our partner over there to make our bridge between Surabaya and Bangkok, Surabaya and Suratani, Surabaya and Hanoi, for example, or Surabaya and Phnom Penh, something like this. And then the easier way, we try to make a webinar that you already did with Southeast Asia, but now there is possibility. Okay, if student follow each seminar equal with 2 credit, for example, you have to recognize the student who joined the seminar, but the student have to answer the question something like later on. If the student follow the course from Tarlac or from Phuket and from you tripartite, and then you recognize 2 credit or 3 credit semester online. You did already now, but now expand in Southeast Asia. That means we have to prepare our lecturer who can speak English well and prepare the content also well. And I know this is possible for PEN because you are the best in Indonesia. Also, you have also the possibility to teach them in English. And then let me prepare the number 7 together and let me start this year. This August? Possible? Yes, if possible. So next, Mas. Next. Oh, this is strategy. Sorry, I try to mix Indonesian. That's why, as I mentioned before, the last year, send to partner in South Asia. Your partner potential is SEAMEO Center. The second partner is Indonesian school. The third partner is your alumni in Southeast Asia who work in Bangkok, in Philippines, and other country in Singapore. Because I know somebody, your alumni work in Singapore. And then the fourth, if possible, send to Japan and Korea and China. This is the way we try to prepare our young generation to have a good experience in the future. Make it happen, then let me open his and her mind, their mind, to understand what happened in other country. Can we work close together? It's not so easy, but we can do it together. And can we increase the number of the course among the country? That yes, we can do. For example, next year, next semester, this August, how many course that we can offer to our student in Indonesia? From Thailand one, from Philippines one, from, for example, from Singapore one, online, and then how many credit semester we have to negotiate with them. This is that we prepare together between our partner with you to start with just start discussion first online through Zoom, and then email first, for example, and then we have to aggressively offer this. I have this one. Can we exchange your course and my course? My course, your student have to follow my course. My student have to follow your course. Reciprocal. This means there is no cost, but it's reciprocal. This part of the cooperation and communication among the teacher, for example. And then how we can prepare it? Let me start with 2, 3, 4, 5 teacher lecture who already have content in English, and we offer to 3, 4 country through webinar. And then who knows, there is a same lecture in Philippines and Thailand and Malaysia. Oh, this I'm agree with this lecture. Can we join? So 2, 3 country can join fastly for one semester. And after the lecture, discuss among each other, and let the director from the polytechnic sit together and then prepare the MOU and sign together. Let me start something like this. So there the possibility join lecture, join research, exchange student, exchange the lecture, and so interns also in industry surround the polytechnic. So you have to invite also the people come from Vietnam and from Thailand and intern in industry in Surabaya, because your student get the opportunity also intern in Thailand, for example. And then I mentioned before, use our SELN as a place that we can use to increase the capability and capacity of our students to speak English and to understand the culture in Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, and in Philippines, for example. Please use this. Although sometimes, why this is sometimes okay. Singapore and Malaysia, the industry higher than Indonesia, but in Philippines, for example, so or sometimes less than Indonesia. But not that. The important thing for us is to open the mindset of the student to know another country and to talk to influence the other country through education, and then as a program to increase the skill of communication, for example. This is, and then I mentioned this possibility alliance with 26 center in Southeast Asia, where the polytechnic can put your student at least 1 or 2 every years in every center to get the information. And then, for example, 1 semester in Simolek and 1 year in Vietnam, because there is a family from the 26, because it's easier to communicate among them. This is the way we try to explore the possibility to open the mindset, to open the possibility, to give the opportunity to send your student go beyond Indonesia. This is our goal, our aim. Next, please. Now, look this one. Let me start. The yellow color. This is from Surabaya to China. Let me do it. Let me think possibility. South Korea to Japan. Japan we did already. That means we have a sub campus in Japan. Now we prepare to South Korea, for example. And then there is also demand from Papua New Guinea. One question from our culture attaché. Can the PNG student study online, use the open and distance learning as sub-campus in post-Maresmi? That we just discussed with Pak Reza, and then I will discuss with Pak Amang later on. What happened with the people from Philippines or people from other country? There is not Indonesian citizen, but they want to go to learn from you, but online. This is another possibility that you increase the number of the international student to join, to go to PENS, for example. This is yellow is our student go abroad, and the red, let me invite the various student can join to our PENS. This is our strategy in the future. And then you did already very well, but how to increase the number from 10 to be the 20 or 50 in the coming years, for example. This is not so easy, but this is the homework from the new board of director to be the best polytechnic in the future in Southeast Asia. This Bunisa, that's the way that I want to prepare something that, and then also things that also about the New Zealand, Australia, from our neighbor, and then this possibility also for this program. And please let me work close together, use the network to send our students later on step by step. We can program to go there, something like this. And then we explore 1, 2, 3, 4 country every year. And I do hope that Pak Amang and the team have a strong staff to proactive to go to around beyond Indonesia to have a partner in the future. I think it's like this, Bunisa, that I want to share with you for how we can prepare networking and how to prepare our student intern in beyond Indonesia and later on work in Indonesia, beyond Indonesia in the future, step by step. And we have to plan, execute, and evaluate, and plan again, execute, and something like this. Thank you very much for discussion later on. This is my suggestion how to prepare fans and all the team and the alumni how to go beyond Indonesia next month, next semester, next year, bigger and bigger in the future. Thank you very much, Vanessa.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gatot, for delivering such a very insightful knowledge about collaboration between PENS and also another institutions in the ASEAN and also Asia. Well, I think SEAMEO can be one of the key for the next collaboration in the next year or maybe next 2 years and the following years, yeah, especially when we are going to promote the Merdeka Belajar.
Yes.
Okay. So, Dr. Gatot, there will be Q&A session, but after the next speaker. So, would you like
Okay.
to wait for a while? Thank you very much,
Yes,
Dr.
I will
Gatot.
wait.
Okay. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, after this, after a very insightful talk from Dr. Gatot Hari Priowirjanto, we're going to have the next speaker. The next speaker, we're going to have Professor Funabiki or Professor Nobuo Funabiki. Hello, good afternoon, Professor Nobuo Funabiki. Good afternoon, Sensei.
Yeah. Hello.
Well, hello, good afternoon, Sensei. How are you, Sensei?
Oh, fine. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I'm very excited to have this talk to these
Thank you,
distinguished
Sensei.
guests.
Yeah, we are very honored to have you here today this afternoon because it's been a long time not seeing you, Sensei. Usually we meet each other like once a year or maybe twice a year, either our
No,
director
four, 5 times a year.
Oh, okay. 4 or 5 times a year, Sensei. Yeah, it's been a long time just because of the pandemic. But this is an honor for us to have you this afternoon to deliver a topic to Penn students and also Penn lecturers and many other participants from outside Penns this afternoon. But before that, I would like to introduce you to the participants of today's webinar. So, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon we're going to have Professor Nobuo Funabiki, Ph.D. Professor Nobuo Funabiki received the bachelor degree and PhD degree in mathematical engineering and information physics from the University of Tokyo, Japan in 1984 and 1993, respectively. And then he received the MS degree or the master degree in electrical engineering from Case Western Reserve University, USA in 1991. And then from 1984 to 1994, he was with the System Engineering Division, Sumitomo Metal Industries, Japan. In 1994, he joined the Department of Information and Computer Sciences at Osaka University, Japan, as the assistant professor. And then he became an associate professor in 1995. He stayed at University of California in Santa Barbara in 2000 until 2001 as a visiting researcher. And in 2001, he moved to the Department of Communication Network Engineering, currently the Department of Electrical and Communication Engineering at Okayama University, as a professor. His research interests include computer networks, optimization algorithms, educational technology, and web technology. He is a member of IEEE, IEICE, and IPSJ. He was the chairman at IEEE Hiroshima section in 2015 and 2016. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the talk from Professor Nobuo Funabiki, PhD. Time is yours, Sensei.
Yeah, thank you for your great introduction. Actually, you showed a photo of me. The photo, I think you clearly very young compared with my current face, I think. Because that was, I think, about 10 years ago. So that time I was chairman of this department. So then, actually, I'm department chair this year again. So to tell the truth, 5 years ago, also I was a department chair. So many times I have to do. So that's the reason I may respond you so late. Yeah, sorry. So then, so now I'd like to start my talk. Okay. So I think I'm not familiar with this system, so I may make a mistake.
Oh, no problem, Sensei.
Yeah.
Do you want us to share your presentation?
Yeah. So I prepared a PowerPoint slide. Okay.
Okay.
So
it's visible.
Okay. Yeah, visible.
Great.
Because usually I'm using a Zoom. So before I use Cisco this system 2-3 times. So
Okay.
I always confused. Okay. But anyway, I'd like to start my talk. So thank you for inviting me at this very precious opportunity. So today I'd like to introduce like my life as a professor or researcher in university. So the title is Research Activities in Diversity. So okay. So first, maybe you know what is diversity, but before that, I want to define again what is diversity. Due to this web page, so diversity definition refers the existence of variations of different characteristics in a group of people. So variation, different group. Okay, so that is like a keywords. So these characteristics could be everything that makes us unique, such as our cognitive skills, personality, along the things that shape us, our identity, such including race, age, gender, religion, and sexual orientation, maybe LGBT, I think, cultural background. So the diversity, the key concept is variation and difference and unique, okay, identity. So different people, okay, different persons, different background, different idea. So that is diversity. So here I briefly show the Japanese newspaper. It's an issue on January 7th. So I hope some of the audience can understand this Japanese, but it's difficult. So just I quickly show the point, introduce the points. So this is a article column of the newspaper. So the title is, so companies, corporations should grow by say taking 3 innovations. So then the article discuss what are the innovations. So first one is maybe use the IT, I think. So second one is they emphasize diversity. Diversity is a key. Particularly, so here is this one means a diversity in Japanese or Chinese kanji. So they also appear. So even the newspaper discussing, so diversity is essential to grow the companies or any organization, I think. The last one is DX, so digital transformation. So digital to use a digital system. Digital is a key. But unfortunately, in Japan, DX is much behind, delayed. So this weakness weak point is visible under the college. So that's very sad. So the newspaper said, so diversity is a key concept, key feature to grow the organization, including hence, I think yourself. Okay. Then I introduce the diversity of myself. So I don't know what we should do to improve the diversity or to use the diversity to enjoy diversity. So I just introduce my case that's related to diversity. So in the 5 points, the first one is my career. Okay. So as the dear son I briefly introduced, so I was a section chair 2 years. So my education is background like this one. So I get degrees from University of Tokyo in Japan. Also, I have an education in American University. So I was working in the one company, SEAMEO Metal Industry. It's a steel making company, about 10 years. And also I was working in 2 universities, including current Okayama University. So this is the website, maybe first page of University of Tokyo. Maybe they may change. So because 2020 online, so this year 2021, so they may change. So okay, this is the top page of Case Western Reserve University. So where I get a master's degree in computer science. Okay, I studied there for 2 years. It's a good memory for me. So this is a home web page of SEAMEO Metal Industries. But however, this company has gone, unfortunately. So here you can see the Nippon Steel. So SEAMEO Metals is absorbed by Nippon Steel. Because the reason I can guess, maybe I hope you don't record, because they are the diversity not enough. It's a typical Japanese companies form, I think. So they don't like different people, like me, I think. Okay. So this is a homepage of Osaka University. Very simple. Now this is Okayama University. So okay, Okayama University is they focus on the SDS, so sustainable development and if I get some Z. Sorry. So I will briefly introduce what university is our university, Okayama University. So maybe I introduced these slides several times in TEDs. So some of you may remember this one. So this is clock tower of our campus. So this side is a main gate to our campus. So you can see the this building. Okay, so actually the building is library. So usually many students study. So the location of Okayama University is the west side in Japan. So this is Tokyo, or capital of Japan, so Osaka and Okayama. So if you take a Shinkansen high-speed train, we can reach Okayama about 3 hours 15 minutes from Tokyo. Okay. So in our city area, there are several historical places, so like this one. Also, fine art museum, and famous on agriculture, particularly fruits, grapes, and peaches. So this is the famous Japanese garden called Koraken. So this is one of the 3 famous major Japanese gardens in Japan. So usually many tourists, including Indonesians, are visiting, but now very few due to the corona. Okay. So from the garden, we can see the castle called Mujo, because the color is black. Who is a cow? The bird, black bird. Okay. So so when you have a chance to come to Okayama, please visit these places. Okay. So in our area, we can enjoy the good fruits, grapes, peaches. Also, the seafood very nice. It's very fresh and delicious. So this is a campus view of Okayama University. So our campus is very big. So I think this is the 3rd largest campus among Japanese universities I heard. So it's flat and big. Okay, so much bigger than Benz, I think. Okay, so this is the number of students and staffs. So about 13,000 students are studying in our campus. So among them, 10,000 undergraduate, bachelor degree students, 3,000 master and PhD. So the number of staffs or faculties are 2,600. So half of them are professors and teachers, half of them are staffs supporting the activities of our school. So currently there are 10 faculties. These are undergraduate, including education, economics, science, medical, dental, or engineering, and pharmacy, agriculture, and 8 graduate schools. So I belong to the faculty of engineering, and also graduate school of natural science and technology. So if you, I think the students or young lecturers already get a bachelor and a master. So if they study in our university, they will belong to this grad school of natural science and technology. Okay. So this is I introduced the faculty of engineering. Okay. So currently, now we are changing, but so far there are four departments: mechanical and system engineering, electrical and communication engineering, and information technology, and applied chemistry and biotechnology. So among them, I belong to the electrical and communication engineering, also IT. Okay. So besides from this year, another department is merged. Okay. So before that department is belong to the other different faculty. So that department is on the civil engineering and architecture. So almost any field of the engineering is covered in our university. Okay. So this is some photos of our campus. In April, you can enjoy sakura cherry blossoms, sakura flowers. In the early summer and late autumn, like I think November, in the winter. But the snow is very few. Okay. So this is a view of some buildings. So my office is here. Now I'm talking from here, the second floor. So this is our main building. So the dean and staffs are working here. Okay. Buildings. So you can see the sakura trees again. So there are many sakura trees in the campus. So if you want to know the more details of our university, please visit our homepage. Okay. So on Facebook or YouTube. So that is my career. So I worked in different institutes, companies, in the company I worked in two sections. One is the factory. My first place to work was a factory. So I worked there for 6 years. Then I moved to the research division for 4 years, I think. So different experience I enjoyed. So next is the research topics. Currently, I'm studying these topics. So if I say the more details, there are more individuals, there are more many. So, but roughly say I have 5 topics. Okay. So first one is a program learning assistance system for self-study by students. We call it the PLUS. So this system offers the exercise programs. The answer can be marked automatically. So once students see the questions and fill in the answers, then the answers are checked in the system quickly, so student can know the answers are correct or not immediately. So for the questions, we are covering these programming languages: C, C++, Java, JavaScript. Of course, JavaScript is HTML5 and CSS3. Okay, Python and Android. So we try to cover the important programming languages by this system. So besides, we design the different types of exercise programs for self-study. So these programs have the different levels, like a GEP, BTP, EFP, like that. So later I'll explain one of the details. So for any exercise program, so like a server, but basically we are using a web server. But however, with a server we can use. Okay, so student access a server, then see the questions and submit the answers. Then the answers are automatically checked on the system. Okay, so in this case, we asked the student to write some source code. Okay, then the source code is tested by using a test code on the server automatically. So anyway, a student can know immediately whether his answer or her answer is correct or not. Okay, that's a benefit for this system. So second topic is we call it elastic WLAN system. It's a wireless local area network system. So we try to develop the low-cost, high-performance, dependable, and scalable WLAN system. So the feature of the system is we use different devices for access points. So including a software access point. So basically, we're using a Raspberry Pi because it's cheap and we can buy in any country. Okay. Also, we are using mobile router by using this is 3G, now 4G, or later eventually to become 5G. Also, of course, we are using some commercial high-speed access point. So by using these different heterogeneous devices, depending on the cost or demands, or say network availability, so we offer the best configuration, wireless network configuration to the users. Okay, that is our goal. So the third one is exercise and performance learning assistance system called E+. So before plus is the program, but this one is the system to support self-study of other formats, such as yoga. I think this is this system helps yoga. I think I should. So sorry, I should missing the part. So actually, this lady is also Indonesian. So she performs yoga, some yoga pose, maybe mountain pose or something. So by by looking at this instructor's video, so the users can practice. Then the performance of the users is evaluated by using open pose. This is the open source software to detect the coordinates of several key points of the body. Okay. Also, we are developing the system to have other activities, such as calligraphy. Okay. This one already finished. So developed by the one graduate of pens. So he went back to Indonesia last year. So he studied this topic. So he could improve his writing, his calligraphy writing, I think. Now we are studying the system to have pen writing. Okay, so by advancing this system. Also, we are studying the IoT system using Raspberry Pi. Okay, so currently for this topic, we are studying the two systems. One is an indoor positioning system using IEEE 802.15 protocol. So from the signal strength from the transmitter, this is a receiver. So this system estimate where this user is staying. Okay, so the advantage of this approach is the transmitter is very small. So like this size, like maybe less than 2 centimeters square, I think. So besides, the battery can run for several months because transmission signal is weak. Okay, so however, it's weak to the interference or obstacles. So we are studying. We propose the way to avoid the interference to improve the detection accuracy. So that we are studying. Also, we are studying the so-called air conditioning guidance system. So avoid the global warming is an issue. So one way is to properly use the air conditioning in our rooms. Okay, so this system can guide the proper use of air conditioning. Okay, so I calculating discomfort index by measuring the temperature and moisture and other things. Okay, so if the DI is high, so maybe turn on air condition. If DI is okay, maybe turn on. That kind of guidance is announced from this system. So also we are studying the so-called user PC computing system. This is a distributed computing platform using personal computers of the students. Okay, so now there are many PCs, so used by assigned by students, maybe about 40 or 50 PCs, even allowed. So most of them are usually idle, do nothing. So this system asks them to run some high load programs on their PCs. So however, to run these days the program needs a different environments, operating system, some middlewares, or some data. So to allow any PC can run the different programs, jobs. The student we use a Docker technology. So so several students, particularly one student from Myanmar, is working on this topic. So also we are using this system for running the testing in the class system, because the software tests sometimes take a long time. So to speed up the testing of the student softwares, we use this system. So that is a second topic. Then I explain the students. What kind of students I'm studying with. So now I am supervising fortunately many students. Even for the PhD students, I count. To make this slide, I count. So there are 17 students. So in Japan, the PhD program is 3 years. So the students are either of the first year, second year, third year. So each year, maybe 5 or 6 students, I think. So masters are 8. So it's still many, but not much. Undergraduate is very few. So because I have to supervise many PhD students, so I ask the others to supervise. Also 3 research students. So I don't know this is the most honest, but I think in our university, in Okayama University, this number is maybe the one of the top levels. No other professor is supervising like 70 PhD students. To tell the truth, from October, this number is increased. I don't know. So 3 students will graduate. These 1, 2, 3 graduate. Then I think 1, 2, 3, 4 join. So it's increased. So here is a list of international students. So now 5 students are studying from Indonesia. So unfortunately, 1, 2, they will graduate and come back to Indonesia soon. So I hope one will come from Pence. Maybe he's listening to my talk. I hope. So hopefully another more students or lecturers will join us from maybe next year. Please. So if you are interested, please contact me. Besides Indonesia, there are now 7 Chinese students and 6 Myanmar students, and 3 Bangladesh, and Kenya, and Benin. So these are the names of international students. So I have to talk with them in English. Hopefully, I can speak Indonesian or Myanmar, but before I try to study Chinese, gave up, too difficult. So maybe Indonesia is one chance, like telemakasi, sama-sama. So pronunciation looks easier, but I cannot remember the words, so I have to give up. So anyway, so please join us. You are welcome. So among them, these three Indonesian students are supported by MEX scholarship. So what is a MEX scholarship? MEX is a Japanese government, Ministry of Education Ministry. So this is a government scholarship. So these three students are supported. Supported means the government, this scholarship supports travel, like air fare, and money to living costs. So also the tuitions, okay, everything supported by the government. It's I think if you can get this scholarship, it's very beneficial for you. So if you are interested, please, I can help you. So actually, I don't change, but these Myanmar students and two Bangladesh students and one Kenyan. So these are also supported by MEX scholarship. I think around 10 students supported by scholarship. Okay, so I know how to. I can help how to get this scholarship. But however, of course, there is some rules. Okay, so if you want to know, I can explain. So this is a photo of March 25. So there was a graduation ceremony of the university. So we took this photo in front of the sakura tree. Okay. So these are 4 Indonesian students. Maybe you remember him, I think. Also this lady. So he is a lecturer of PENS before. Okay. So maybe after he graduated, he come back to PENS. So this lady was working in the international office. Maybe I think you may know this lady. Okay. So these are Myanmar students, Chinese, and these are Japanese. Okay. Bangladesh and Japanese. Okay. Kenya, like that. So then how to, what's this? Then something, some message appears. Okay. Okay. So then I prepared this slide for the lectures, not the students maybe. So how to find the international students? So first, of course, we have to visit the universities like PENS. So before my talk, I talk with the dear son. So I often visit PENS, maybe 3-4 times a year, I think. So long time. Okay. Then sometimes I had introduced our activities. Or actually, in PENS, I didn't have lectures in the course. But in other universities, sometimes I have lectures to the students. Okay. So then, of course, with connections with the teachers are important. So I ask teachers to introduce good students, not bad students, okay? So fortunately, like Aman-san, he is my student, okay? I can ask Aman Doto or others, okay? So I asked him, why don't you introduce good students, okay? Then after we know the student or candidates, okay? So we should discuss what you want to do, okay? What kind of research topics you are interested in. Then we can decide the topics flexibly. If they prefer some topic, and even we don't doing that topic, we can say by modifying our current topic, we can encourage start this topic. Okay, so flexible. because as I told you, diversity is important. So uniqueness or okay, own idea, experience are very important. Of course, we have to improve the English skills. Unfortunately, some students have a difficulty in communications. So in such case, very difficult. So if the audience want to study in abroad, you must improve English communications. Otherwise, I don't recommend. Okay. So before tutorials, that the Chinese students came to my lab. So I thought he speaks Japanese well. Actually, no. Also, he cannot speak English well. So I gave up. So he went back to China. Okay? Because we cannot communicate. So if you can speak Japanese well, so that can be better, of course. But I think it's difficult. So because you can study English, so you should improve. Now, hopefully, you can get the high score of TOEFL or as a English certificate test. Okay. So now is that a requirement for next scholarship. Okay. So also I introduced the research collaborations. So currently I have I'm collaborating with different professors in different universities in Japan and Taiwan. Okay, so like once 2-3 weeks we have a regular meeting with them. So this is we can use a Zoom, very convenient. So we fix a schedule for the meeting and introduce the progress and discuss it and say we fix the topic what we should do before the next meeting. Okay, so these are very nice because we can get different ideas, different backgrounds, different students. That is very important. So if we working only inside our group, maybe it's biased or no new, may missing some good idea, good directions. Okay, because we are biased, unfortunately. Particularly, I think my students are afraid of me. I think because I easily get upset. So then although they have some ideas, they don't say anything. So, but however, these people, different the students, different students of different university, different lab, they don't know me well, so they don't hesitate. We can freely discuss. Also, we can encourage the students to say something to prepare. Okay. So due to this different advantages, we can improve. We can progress our research activities. Okay. So again, diversity is very important. Don't become small. Okay. Open. Okay. But sometimes, of course, they have different ideas, different opinions. They may not understand what we are talking, but it's also important. We have to convince. Okay. So, yeah, although it's not easy, but however, once we are familiar, we can enjoy this dynamic collaborations. I hope so. I hope this kind of collaboration can be started with the people in PENS. I already asked Aman-san on one project. Okay, I'm waiting for the response. Okay. Yeah. So baby thing. So I know the professor lectures and enjoy talks, meals and drinks. But now it's difficult due to the corona. Corona cannot enjoy the meal together, no drinking. But after the Corona, we can do again. So anyway, to keep the good relationships with students, particularly graduate students. So I don't know that I can keep the good relationship with the graduates in Pence. Okay, maybe later I should ask Aman or Gatot. Okay. So visit the university periodically. Okay. So besides, I think I recommend to start the academic exchange program, agreement MOE with this university. Okay. So final topic is international project. Okay. So currently, as a international project, we are doing this PLUS project. PLUS, I already explained, but briefly. So that is a program learning assistance system to assist the students the self-study of program. Okay. So currently we offer these questions for the step-by-step programming study, starting from GUP, so general concept understanding problem. So by solving these questions, students can review what they studied in the classroom from the textbook. So, so by reading by using a source code, they can understand more clearly, know what the meaning of each grammar concept. What, for example, in C programming, what is the for, what the if, what is the else like that. Okay. So then we solve the VTP, EFP, CAP, and EWP. So besides, we are developing other types of questions, okay, with different people in our lab. Also, some people in Myanmar, hopefully in Indonesia in the future. Okay. So this is our idea to study the program using our system. So first, we should study the program language grammar concepts in the classrooms or using textbooks. Okay, so it's a beginning. Then we review the meaning of grammar concepts, the keywords, okay, by solving the GUP. So that is our first step, our exercise programs for first step. After they finish, they can study the how to use the keywords or key concepts, okay, in writing source code by solving the VTP. Then, so by solving the EFP, so they can study writing, source code writing, but not full, by filling part of the source code. Okay. So after they finish, they study the debugging, how to debug, how to fix the errors in the source code by solving this one. But then finally, they can study how to write the source code by solving this. So before, when I studied the program, I think there is no such process. So after studying the programming in the class or textbook, directly solving the code writing. I don't think that is a correct way, I think. So I think before reaching this abstract solution of code writing program source code, we should study the program step by step, gradually. So I think so that is that kind of program educations we want to share with people in different universities in different countries. Okay. So for example, I explained what is VTP. So VTP asks the student to learn to trace the actual values or important values in source code. Okay. So this is okay. So this is for the code reading study. Okay. So it's not a program. Just read the source code and understand how it behaves. Because if the student don't understand how it behaves, he cannot or she cannot write a source code, no program at all. Okay, how to read. For example, this is a C program, very simple. So I skip some of them. So by reading source code, so a student is asked to what is the output A, B, C, D. A is X plus Y means maybe 12. Okay, easy you can understand. So so the source code and the forms to fill in some numbers, some characters, some words. Okay, then click the answer button. So if the answer is correct, become white. Maybe we can change the color if necessary. Otherwise, become red. So how to check? Just compare with the correct one. The correct ones are already registered in the system. So to make this a problem, so we register the correct answer for each question. The first one 12, the second one 8, like that. They just compare. Very simple. So actually, this is the input text form to generate this program. So this kind of input text form we can make by manually, okay, or we can make by some program. Then from this, okay, input text form. So here is a correct answer. Okay, you can see correct answer register. Then by running the our generator, okay, we can make this input form automatically. So just that means just make this, choose the source code and make some blanks. That's all. Okay, you can easily make this program. For the other problems, most of them we can generate automatically. So also we can we implement the generator of this input source code, input file. Then just choose a source code. Then everything is automatic. Okay. So this is a interface of our system. So if you have a time, please access this site. So this is public. Okay, but I don't link this URL to my site. So then you can see the menu page. So currently, this page shows our current output products of this system. So if you're interested, please access and solve. Then send me, not send me, so send to my, your answer to my students. So bottom side, there is a manual, okay? Because space limited, I cannot show the manuals. So you can see the C, C++, Java, Python, and JavaScript. So there are many questions on this side, okay? So this slide shows one example question for JavaScript program. So JavaScript is usually used for web program, okay, to make a web page, client side. So sometimes a web page needs some dynamic behaviors. By clicking some button, so that some appearance is changed, some data is appear or processed like that one. So this question asks to show the web pages appearance. So this is the original page. By clicking this button, then this page changed like this one. So the bottom side, the resolution not good. So bottom side shows the source code to show this page. Maybe if I have a page, so I have time, I show this page. Then we ask the student to modify this source code to show this page. Okay. By solving these questions, the people know how to implement the JavaScript or HTML to generate this kind of interface. Okay. So currently in this project, Indonesia, we have a collaboration with 2 universities. One is State Polytechnic of Malang, okay, because one student from Malang is studying. with us. Particularly, he is studying on the Android program. So another one is the State University of. あれ Sorry. Time is over? あれおかしいな。Just a
No
moment.
problem, Sensei. You may finish your presentation. It's okay.
It's okay? What's the meaning? Can you share? Okay.
Yes, please reshare your presentation,
Yeah.
Sensei.
Okay. So I don't know. Suddenly it disappeared. あれ Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe I made a miss.
It's visible, Sensei.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So almost finished. Okay. So I have a collaboration with two universities. So I hope PENS included. Okay. Also, I have a collaboration in several universities in Myanmar. Because as I told you, 6 Myanmar students are studying here. But unfortunately, maybe you know the situation in Myanmar. Now it's become very, very difficult to work with the website. So these are published on this in 2019. Okay. So we can publish many journal papers because a lot of student collaborations. Okay. So this is the final page. So if you are interested, please send me the email. Okay, also website. Maybe no phone call. Okay. So I think I briefly introduced okay. So I briefly show the So 共有停止か。Then I have to this one. Okay. So this is a page of our system. So you can visit. Okay. Yeah. If necessary, I can send it by chat or something. Okay. So by clicking the any page like this one, so you can see these pages. Then so this kind of pages. So source code and some answer form and click. Okay. Also, you can. There are some manuals, very simple. So I hope you can understand. We have many programs for Java programming. Okay, because originally this project is started from Java. Okay, so like just a GUP, grammar concept understanding program. So you can see the one source code and some questions on the concept of the program. So like which keyword prohibits access from other class in the program. Prohibits access, so it's a private. Okay, it's a private. So private means prohibit to access this from or class from the outside. So you can review what you studied in the class by solving this one. Okay. So okay, maybe so I should. Okay. Yeah. おかしいな。Something wrong. あれ
Is everything okay, Sensei?
Yeah, I think it's hung up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now it's, I don't know what. Maybe.
I think there's an internet connection problem with Professor Funabiki in Japan. Well, okay. While waiting for Funabiki Sensei, I would like to say welcome to our director, Politeknik Elektronika Negeri Surabaya Director. Good evening, I think. Good evening, Dr. Alirido Barakba. Thank you for joining with us, sir. And then I also would like to welcome our former director, Dr. Zainal Arif. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Dr. Alirido. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, thank you for
Hello,
joining.
Funabiki Sensei and Pak Gatot. Thank you for joining this presentations here. Sorry for being late here because actually today, yeah, I have 8 meetings here from this morning until this afternoon. Yeah, so sorry for being late here, and we are very happy to welcome at this presentation and so many informations here related to challenging fields that we can make and build the collaboration between our institution and your institutions initiated by Funabiki Sensei and Mr. Gatot. So actually, we have a strong connection and a strong collaboration with some institutional universities in Asia, especially in Japanese countries, among the universities in Japan. But such kind of the expanding our collaboration network is also important, not only in the Asian countries but also in the Eastern Asia, especially for Asian countries, like Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, and we welcome this collaboration opportunities between our institution, Politeknik Elektronika Negeri Surabaya, and your universities, especially Okayama and some universities in Japan and the other universities in Asian countries. So related to the, we have a national program actually, under our Ministry of Education and Culture. We have we have a new program. It's called the Curriculum Merdeka. It means that the students, our students, can freely decide what they need and it can be acknowledged by the credits in our curriculums. So acknowledgement of the credits from the freedom of the students it accelerates our collaborations, I think. So it means that we can expand our collaborations such kind of the student exchange and student activities among our universities and it is formally can be recognized as a credit in our curriculum. So it means that I believe that this national programs can strengthen our collaborations. So thank you, Mr. Gatot, and thank you, Funabiki Sensei, for your presentation today. And also for your opportunities to us to have and continue our collaborations. So good luck. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Dr. Alirido Barakba from Elektronika Negeri Surabaya, our director. Thank you. And now we would like to invite Sensei and also Dr. Gatot. We're very sorry, Sensei. Unfortunately, you were disconnected. So
I connected again.
yeah,
Can
sorry.
see?
So that's why I invite
When I stopped
this
the
director to deliver the
so
presentation.
it's hung up, but then I deconnect.
Yeah, we're very sorry, Sensei. Sensei, would you like to continue your presentation or we can go
No.
the
Okay.
Q&A?
It's all over. So when I try to finish, then it's hung up. Cisco.
Okay, Sensei.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, now we would like to open the Q&A session. We have several questions here in the chat box. First of all, we have the first question delivered by Mr. Muslih. Well, Mr. Muslih asked to Dr. Gatot about soft skills, yeah. So he thinks that soft skills play very important roles for those who are joining an internship program to show their potentials to be well employed in any workplaces they would like work at. Communication and organization skills are two examples that must be taken into account. What do you think about it? Please elaborate your comment and response. What do you think, Dr. Gatot? I think that this question goes to you.
So here I can see the do you require a certain TOEIC score?
Yeah. Yes,
So it's-
Sensei.
So actually, our university not fix a score, but for the next scholarship, so usually they have some level. So I think just a moment, I check the.
Yes, Sensei. So
Yeah.
for the max scholarship, it is
Yeah.
using TOEFL score instead of TOEIC score. Is it right, Sensei?
Yeah, they have several different certificates. Okay.
I see.
So
Apparently, Dr. Gatot having a problem with the audio. Okay, no problem, Dr. Gatot. Hopefully that the problem can be solved soon.
yeah, so I have to check. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So usually they ask 4 levels of English proficiency certificates, including TOEIC, TOEFL, or others. So
Yes.
for ability means reading, listening, of course. Reading,
Okay.
listening is a basic one. Besides speaking and writing.
Okay.
So you have to pass the B2 level of English certificate. So they are depending on the English certificate, like a Cambridge require this one, TOEFL require TOEIC this one. You can check that one. So
Okay.
basically they are.
Masih kenapa?
So it is better to pass that level for abilities.
Okay.
Reading, writing, speaking, and yeah. So
Reading, speaking, writing,
yeah,
and also
so,
listening.
listening, yes.
So those 4 skills, yeah, we have to master.
4 skills, yeah,
Okay.
4 skills.
And for the certification, it depends on the scholarship, yeah, Sensei. They
So for
usually
the
ask for
next
certain
scholarship,
type of
it's
certificate.
so requested. For the next scholarship, I mean the Japanese government scholarship. Yeah. So
Okay.
how they become strict. Before not so much. Before not. Now they become more strict. They ask submit the scores. Must pass the B2 level. Okay. But so I don't think that is a good way. I feel, but they decide, they choose. So I can
Okay.
against, because sometimes for me, yeah, English and mathematics are different. Okay, some
Yeah.
people are both good. Sometimes the English are good, or Japanese are good, but not mathematics. But for the
Okay.
engineering, I think mathematics is more important.
Okay. Mathematics is more important, yeah, than English. If
Yeah.
you would like to study, continue your study to Japan, so you have to be concerned with your mathematics score. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you, Sensei.
Yeah, but if you want to apply for next scholarship, please improve your English to pass the B2 level.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Sensei.
Yeah. So
Thank you
I
very
think
much for the
you may
answer.
not agree, but no way. Okay.
Sorry, Sensei?
You may not like, but now they are rule. So to tell the truth, I supervised before Malaysian students. Maybe some country near your country. Okay. They emphasize on the English. Okay. Not mathematics.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
difficult. Okay. So that is my comment. But anyway, you have to study. You have to pass the English. 4 abilities. Okay.
Okay. Yes, Sensei. Sensei, there are other questions for you from the participant.
Yeah.
The second question, Sensei, how can we register as your student, master degree, yeah, whether through our lecturers, advance or other means?
Master students.
Yeah.
So in Okayama University.
Yes.
So for the master students, to tell the truth, honestly, I say I cannot recommend to be the master student in my group because unfortunately, I have to retire 5 years later. Okay. So I'm afraid before I retire, the student cannot graduate.
I
So
see.
I think if you want to join, please choose PhD. Because master takes a longer time. So
Okay.
no way. Besides, actually to get a scholarship for PhD is easier than master. Okay. So if we want to study with us in some university in Japan to get a quick scholarship, so I recommend you to study the master program in Penns or in other university in Indonesia and pass the English. But more important thing is research activities. Publish the papers, as many as possible. So at least our university, based on the publications they choose.
Okay.
So if you have it depends on, maybe if you have 2 journal papers, you'll be accepted, I think, from my past experience. So I think I encourage the students who get the master or who are getting master degree and other several publications. I want to encourage.
Yeah.
So this year, one student, Doto, Doto-san, I have to Johannes something, so I have to remember his name. So he has several publications in journals and international conference. That's the reason he's accepted. So even before I applied. So I think he will be accepted because of publications.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you,
So I
Sensei. I
hope
think
that
it's clear.
other universities, that is a rule in our university. Maybe it's similar, I think. So English, higher score, and more publications, and PhD.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Sensei. Thank you for answering. So, besides the English score, mathematics score, we also have to improve the number of our publications. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Publications. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Sensei. We're going to the next question. Sensei, are there any special requirements that we need to do for French students, yeah, to be able to register as one of your students? I think it's been answered already. For example, joining an international conference or already published a paper. Okay, so this is answered already, I think. Yeah, we have to publish some paper before we register as your student. Okay. The other.
What means register? So register your students. So I'm talking about a mixed scholarship. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So so join our university may be different, but you should think how to afford money, living costs, tuitions.
Okay.
graduation. So usually, most of the students from Indonesia are getting a scholarship.
Mhm.
So after they pass the scholarship, they will come here to study. So
Okay.
this I think not many, very limited. So to pass the scholarship, important thing is these things, okay? English
Okay.
applications and
Okay. Yeah.
if you just join our university or some university as a private funding, it
Yeah.
is easier, I think.
Okay, Sensei. The one who asked was Anissa Anggun. I believe that she was one of your student from Penn that was having internship. I mean, a
Yeah,
student exchange program with you in your lab, Sensei, previous
yeah.
year. Okay, the question, it's still for Funabiki Sensei. Hello, Professor Nobuo Funabiki. My name is Axel, and I am a final year student from PENS. I am interested to hear more about Plus Project, a platform to learn programming language. I've seen many platforms that help people to learn programming language with different methods, like for example, interactive coding, video lecturing, problem solving, etc., and tried some of them to help me improve my coding skill. There are some questions I would like to ask you about the project. First of all, does every course in the platform could be accessed publicly? Second,
Yeah. Because
okay,
I post in public, so if they know the URL, they can access.
okay.
I don't delete it. Okay. So, but so you can access, you can see. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's free. It can be accessed. Okay.
Very
The
free, yeah.
second question, Sensei. What makes Plus Project different than any other programming course platform like freecodecamp.org, educative.io, Geek4Geeks, etc.?
So unfortunately, I don't survey these systems. So some of them I check and these are the reference. Okay. So maybe some are same, some are same, some are different. I see. So, but basically, this system is automatic grading, automatic marking to check the correctness automatically. So the way of marking is limited in the programming. So basically maybe same or similar, I think. So, but the difference is maybe different types of programs, I think, because there are several students are working on this project. So besides, we don't, this is a research products for the students. So several students already get a PhD through this project. Not the company, like products. So, so as I show you, so different types of programs we are developing. Okay. So as a student working, we can increase easily. Then how to say? So and covers different languages. Not only C, Java, Python, Android. Okay. Same interface.
Yep. Okay.
So I don't know if this answer or not. Yeah. So the students themselves. So the advantage or maybe not advantage, as a feature of this project is not only allow the students, new students to study programming, but also the say students PhD students who develop this system can learn the programming more deeply. Because to develop this system, to make a new assignment, they have to study the programming well. So even me, after I joined this project, I can know more. So if I see the so we can change the viewpoints to the program. Okay, so the advantage of this project is not only to develop the system to allow the student to study, but also the development itself is a good opportunity to study the program. I believe, because this is the student project for their research. The students very confused. Students, PhD students who develop this system should be evolved, okay? Should be educated, should be advanced. Okay? By doing this project, we can know more deeply the new program. Okay, so to develop the new question, new assignments, so we have to study what kind of tools we can use, what kind of approach we can take. So what they are doing, okay? So I think, yeah. So maybe it may be difficult to explain it clearly. Okay.
Thank you,
We can study together. Okay.
Axel, hopefully it is answering, yeah. Thank you for asking, Axel. And now we're moving on to the next question, Sensei. This question comes from Abdillah Ali, one of our students in PENS. He asked about, is there any chance for PENS student to become an international student in Okayama if the educational background is not IT on programming and stuff, like mechanical students? Is it possible, Sensei?
They should find advisors in a way. So there is a mechanical engineering department. So if it is our okay, they can find, of course. So mechanical engineering is not my field.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Sensei. So,
I explained. There is a mechanical engineering department. Okay.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, Sensei.
So,
Another part.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sensei. I believe that was the last question for Funabiki Sensei. Thank you so much for answering all the questions and giving us a very insightful knowledge this evening, Sensei. And now, thank you, Sensei. Thank you so much.
I heard that there is a seminar organized by our university. So last meeting with Aman-san, so he discussed on that one. Okay.
Is it International Electronic Symposium, Sensei?
I don't know, maybe around the end of next month.
I see.
There is a seminar for the study in Japanese university. So one lady will explain more clearly how to get a scholarship or how to apply Japanese universities, or how to find the professors, I think.
Okay.
So he said he will arrange a schedule.
Okay, Sensei.
Please someday of next month, 1 month later, I think.
Yeah. Sensei, hopefully our collaboration, the collaboration between PENS and also Okayama University, Japan can run smoothly and can be nurtured very well. Thank you so much for being with us this evening, Sensei. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Yeah.
Let's give another round of applause for Nobuo Funabiki Sensei, Professor Funabiki from Okayama University, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nobiki
See you
Sensei
again.
and Mr. Gatot.
You're welcome.
So don't forget, we should discuss on this project, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
I'm
Sensei.
waiting.
Now, I believe Dr. Gatot has fixed the problem with the audio. Hello,
Yeah,
Dr.
now I just changed my device. Do you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So much for the effort, Dr.
Sorry.
Gatot.
Can I leave? Can I leave?
Oh,
Okay.
yes, yes, Sensei. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Sensei.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just see you.
See you, Sensei.
Bye, see you. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for all.
Okay, Dr. Gatot, we have questions here from the participants. So the first
Yes.
question is about the soft skills. What do you think soft skills play the role in joining an internship program? And then how communication and organization skills um, can also playing roles in the internship program happens in the Asia. What do you think, Dr. Gatot?
Yes, I think for soft skill is very important for students who want to go beyond Indonesia, not only beyond Indonesia. For example, from Banjarmasin to Surabaya, there is a culture difference between Banjarmasin and Surabaya. If somebody come from outside Surabaya, come to Surabaya, for example, there is already change of the culture. And then if they can adapt with the Surabaya culture, this is one thing. And later on, from Surabaya to Thailand, for example, there's another culture. Because soft skill is part of this activity. If the student so active in the community, in the pen, for example, this is one thing that he can prepare how to communicate with the people, how to understand other opinion and culture also. This is part of the training how to be a ASEAN citizen, for example. Because it's very important. You can see the lecturer or the leader in one company normally is the student who was very active in the campus and then become a leader, co-leader and leader in the community, in the campus, for example, Red Cross, for example, or other activity or BEM. Later on, he become leader or also in other company. But if the student can prepare not only in Surabaya, but also after Surabaya to Bangkok, later on it's easier for the student to go to work around Southeast Asia. This is part of the soft skill, how we train the soft skill, for example, and the character that the student have to prepare it, and the understanding the other culture and tolerance. Because tolerance and communicate and collaboration to increase the communication and collaboration is very important in the future. I think this is my answer like that.
Thank you, Dr. Gatot. So it is very important to have a collaboration skill, communication skill to
Yeah.
play the role in the today's education and also
Yeah.
mobilization. I can say that not
Yeah.
only from Surabaya to abroad, but if we go from Surabaya to Banjarmasin, we have to
Yes,
have that.
also.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
And
Thank you, Dr. Gatot. And the next question from Abdillah. I want to ask Dr. Gatot, as you mentioned before, SEAMEO possibly opens the offline exchange program again in 2022. Is it possible for final year students to join this opportunity as well?
yeah, the possibility is there. The important things, SEAMEO always coordinate between one university to another university, like I mentioned before in my presentation, because we communicate with more than 50 polytechnic across Southeast Asia. What we prepare for them, they communicate among each other, know each other, understand each other, and then exchange the student. But during the student exchange, they can develop so we call bilateral cooperation between Thailand and Indonesia or Philippines and PEN, for example, because Mr. Awang was also in Vietnam with me, and then there is also cooperation between Vietnam and also or Tarlac, Filipina with the PENs. And then we can increase the cooperation nowadays, for example, communicate with them, prepare for next semester, for example, 3 credit semester or 5 or 10 or 15, and then reciprocal. Let me start it, something like that. The possibility is there because now with the pandemic, there is difficulty to go to Thailand or Philippines because the restriction from every country is very hard to come there because pandemic. But through the online, we can start it from now. We did already. You did already, but webinar joint webinar maybe in 2, 3, 4, 5 polytechnic, what we did already through SEAMEO Secretariat. Now we can increase this activity. The point maybe from Surabaya, with Malaysia, with Philippines, later on with Cambodia. Let me start communicate first, and then exchange one course, and invite all students who want to go abroad next year to be part of this activity. For example, this is my suggestion.
Thank you, Dr. Gatot. So we should open some opportunities for you-to-you collaboration if we have a collaboration with Indonesia and another country. And then there is also some possibility for credit exchange to support the freedom of learning. Is it right, Dr. Gatot?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm still opening the Q&A session. Is there any question probably from another participants, or Dr. Amang or Dr. Ali Rido would like to ask some questions to Dr. Gatot, please?
Yeah, Gatot, thank you so much for your willingness to be presenter in this
You're welcome.
So we would like to say very much appreciation to Dr. Gatot. And for the near future, we would like to establish as many as cooperation with Asian countries and other Asian countries. So your ideas, is very, very good. We will follow up your ideas. To conduct first we will conduct one material or one subject, then we will invite several countries in ASEAN. Then we will discuss about it. Actually, we have already performed such kind of activities last year, and we will conduct and more activities as your ideas. Thank you so much, Pak Gatot, for your support and for your encourage for us to motivation us to conduct as many as internationalization activities. Thank you so much, Pak Gatot. See you next time.
You're welcome, Pak Amang. I love to support the PENS, and then because we work close already since 2002 with the joint program with the German. And now we try to encourage Southeast Asia.
Yes. One thing that we have already established MOU with one of Germany universities. And the next probably another applied science university in Germany. We will conduct one and more.
My suggestion, Pak Amang, in Stuttgart, because you have a good history with the Prof Academy, now applied science in Stuttgart. Let me explore. Let me explore this possibility to renewing the cooperation with the Stuttgart, because they know you, you know the Prof Academy Stuttgart, but now the name is University Applied Science in Stuttgart, because this is also dealing with the industry. This is my suggestion.
For your information, Pak Gatot, next year we will try to open international class. We do hope that will be happened. And we will conduct as your ideas. To have as many as activities, joint degrees or double degrees, with our partners in Germany or Japan or Asian countries. Thank you so much, Pak Gatot.
Okay, thank you, Pak Amang. You're welcome. Let me do it.
We need your support, Pak Gatot.
I try to support what we can do together.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gatot, for your endless support for PENS since the very beginning. I still remember until today, you always support us in terms of collaboration, not only between countries in Asia, but also countries in the Europe, especially Germany. Thank you so much, Dr. Gatot. Hopefully that the cooperation between PENS and also the countries based on your assistance and also guidance can be nurtured properly in the near future and for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Gatot.
Thank you, Budias.
Yeah, most welcome.
Our director maybe wants to say something.
Okay, Dr. Alirido, would you like to say something for Dr. Gatot, please?
Yeah, Pak Gatot, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, yeah, for your support, yeah, to PENS, yeah.
Yeah.
So we are very happy and pleased, yeah, to welcome your assistance, yeah, in our collaboration between the our institutions, PENS, yeah, and the other institutions, and make a such kind of a hub, yeah, and bridging, yeah, to the other universities in Asian countries, especially, yeah. So thank you very much, and we are very happy and pleased, yeah, to welcome these opportunities, yeah, Pak Gatot.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ali Rido. We meet again someday in Surabaya. I try to go there.
Yeah.
See you next
But
time.
thank you very much because you joined with us 2002 teach our student in Malang with Berfa Academy because my student, my alumni remember you because you are a lecturer for there.
Yeah.
This is Berfa Academy German. Okay, let
Yeah,
me do
yeah.
it later on. Okay, thank you, Pak Ali.
So thank you very much. Yeah.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Mr.
See you next
Chair.
time.
And thank you so much, Dr. Gatot. It's an honor for us to have you this evening, from afternoon to evening. Thank you very much. And hopefully
welcome.
this collaboration still can be continued, also nurtured. Thank you so much. Well, I think I have to say goodbye to Dr. Gatot. Thank you so much, Dr. Gatot, for being here. And that's all the talks that we have from Professor Nobuo Funabiki and also from Dr. Gatot Hari Priowirjanto. I would like to give the event back to Anissa. Anissa, please. Thank you.
Hello, Anissa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Yes, for moderating the presentation for Dr. Gatot and also Professor Funabiki. So, guys, how's your feeling after all the explanation that we just got? I do really excited, and this is a delightful information and knowledge that we got from all of the speakers today. Once again, I would like to thank you very much to Dr. Gatot Hari Priowirjanto and Professor Nobuo Funabiki for sharing your insightful knowledge for us today. We do appreciate you taking time of your busy schedule and join us in our webinar. And now I would like to inform you guys about the e-certificate validation form. If you need the e-certificate of this webinar, so please access this link or you can scan this QR code. And please write your name correctly and also your academic title and all the data that needed correctly. And let me remind you that this form will only be available from now until 9 p.m. Western Indonesia time today. So don't forget to access it if you really need our certificate from these webinars today. So also, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that regarding the result of the e-certificate, we will send it directly to your email in the stages. So we hope for your patience and kind cooperation. And so we have enjoyed all the agenda today. I do enjoy the agenda today. But before we closing our meeting, I would like to invite you to turn on your camera because we will have a virtual group photos. So, yep. Okay, I will count 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Okay.
Once more. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Anissa.
So
Thank you,
yeah,
Anissa.
yeah, I think that was the end of our webinar today. Me and the organizing committees from Politeknik Elektronika Negeri Surabaya, Indonesia, apologize if there were any mistakes during holding this webinar. Well, thanks for your coming and enthusiasm in this webinar. Maybe meet again in our next event or in our next webinar. See you again and have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nuhun, Pak Direktur, rawuhipun Pak.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Pak Ali.
Okay, Pak Amang.